All right, guys, we're going to start. Welcome to CCSP 6th grade back to school night. I'm going to give you a quick overview of how the night is going to go. So tonight we're going to have our welcome back, our introduction of the leadership, COVID precautions, breakout rooms, and staff introductions. Here's our leadership team for anyone that has not met any of these individuals yet. We have Mr. Busacco, who is our principal, Mrs. Ramirez, who is the assistant principal, Mrs. Stratton, who is the dean, operations manager is Ms. Keisha, and our administrative secretary is Mrs. Davis. So we're going to introduce you to the 6th grade teachers and some of the rest of the educators that work with your students. You'll have a brief introduction and each of those teachers will speak. If they're not in this meeting, they might pop in later, so we'll go back to the slides for anyone that's not here yet. My name is Mrs. Isolde. I am the math interventionist for grades 5 through 8. And basically I work with the scholars in a small group setting. We kind of go over different strategies and techniques that can help improve their math skills, as well as help them meet the grade level standards and then also go beyond those standards. It is a program that should be starting up pretty soon. I also offer math tutoring through ELT every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. My contact information is on the right. And just some reminders, if you're not connected to Dojo already, put your name in the chat, and then also just put your scholar's name just in case the two aren't connected. And then anyone that's not connected to Power School, you could also put your name in the chat, and you should receive all of that information by Friday. And then if you don't receive that information, I'd like you to put your name in the chat just so that I can follow up and make sure that you're definitely added and that you definitely have that information. Okay, so first up is Miss Cooley.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Mrs. Cooley. I am the ELA teacher for grade 6. My email address is acooley@ccsp.org, and I have attached my Google Voice phone number if you ever need me. Welcome to grade 6. It is a pleasure to work with your children. This is my 21st year teaching, and the majority of my years have been in middle school. I have been with CCSP for 4 years. I sent a letter on Dojo on September 15th. It was a welcome letter with information regarding my classes. I see your children 5 times a week. On Wednesdays, as you know, we have a half day, but I still see them, and it is our makeup day. Monday, Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays is a double period for reading and writing, and they are using Google Classroom as of now. Everything that is assigned, they are able to complete in class, and on Wednesdays make it up. Anything that they do not make up, I will be emailing you or just sending you a private message on Dojo. I also post the grades on Power School, and you will be able to see if your child is missing. It will have an orange icon and it will say missing. If they are absent that day, it will have a green icon, and I will expect them to complete it without a late penalty. The ELA grading policy that I have attached on my slide is for the school. So it's a uniform grading policy for grades 5 through 8. Tests are worth 35%, quizzes 25%, homework 5%, projects 10%, and classwork 25%. Next slide, please. Thank you. Oh, not that one. The next one, please. Thank you, Mrs. Soldi. One more. ELA overview. So we have exams and quizzes. Students will be notified of exams prior to the scheduled assessment. Study guides will be given And they will also know on Google Classroom if something is assigned. It'll have an announcement. Quizzes as well will be announced. If they are unannounced, the students will be able to assess. It's just for progress, for us to assess how they're doing throughout the units for reading and writing. Homework, as of now, they are not receiving homework. I am aware that some of the students don't have Chromebooks at home, laptops, or devices, so I have not assigned homework. When I do, they will know, and I will also be sending dojo reminders. Projects are done in class. We started off our year with All About Me projects, and they completed 3. They did wonderful. I posted those grades on Power School yesterday. So the children had a wonderful time just talking about themselves. We were getting acclimated with who we are, what we love, what we expect, what our goals are. And those projects were graded, and they also completed identification cards. It was a Google slide, very creative, with things they love, things they don't like, who they live with, what contact information they have. So you can take a look at their Google Classroom and see their ID cards. Participation is part of their grade, and it's very important. Academic integrity, there'll be no tolerance for cheating or plagiarism. I already had an incident where a child copied and pasted right from Google. We do check, and if I type in the first 3 words, it will pop up on Google. So please speak to your child about this matter. I do not want them to feel the need to Google anything and just copy and paste it. There are no mistakes. They can just try their very best. And if they need assistance, I'm always here. And Chromebooks are given every morning during AM advisory and returned during PM advisory. Please make sure that your child brings their hand sanitizer. I put it on the list. And if they can bring in anything that they want for the Chromebooks, I told them they can bring like a little bag, a pouch, a case, if they would like to carry their Chromebooks. Sometimes it doesn't fit in their book bags. So feel free to have them bring something to hold the Chromebook and keep it safe throughout the day as they walk all over the school with them. If your child is unable to meet a deadline, please contact me at your earliest convenience and we can make arrangements. I am available, Class Dojo, Google Voice, or email. Please feel free to reach me and we can discuss anything that is of concern. Thank you for your time, and that is it for ELA.
Okay, just want to see if Miss Matias is here. Not yet. Okay, so we'll come back to Miss Matias. Mr. Larnaga.
Thank you, Mr. Sullivan. Hi, everybody. I'm Mr. Larinaga. For most of the parents that are in here, you guys know me from last year. I had all of your kids last year. Just a real quick overview of my class is going to look like. It's my 4th year here. I'm the PE teacher, the health teacher, and the basketball coach. And you can see listed below is a bunch of ways that you can get in contact with me. My email is right there. I know my last name can be a little bit complicated to either pronounce or spell, so I made sure to throw it down for you guys. I'll put it in the chat as well. Class Dojo, anything you guys need from me, I'll make sure if I need anything from you that I'll be quick to reach out to you on there. And you can always set up an appointment with me if you ever want to talk to me on the phone, that's fine too. I just wanted to address one thing that has been kind of common here. I've been getting a bunch of messages about the kids in their PE attire. So we're going to be doing health for all of marking period 1. So that the first marking period ends November 2nd. The 3rd is a Wednesday. So on the 4th is when we're going to be starting PE. We do have our new gym, which is going to be great. The kids are going to love that. I know that. So I'm definitely very excited about it myself, but they do not need to be wearing their gym uniforms until the start of the 2nd marking period. So black sweatpants, gray or black t-shirt, that's what's good with that. But other than that, they just need to wear their regular grade level polos, their slacks, and their black sneakers. You can move on to the next one, Mrs. Sullivan. Thank you very much. Just me. Again, you guys know me a lot from last year, so I don't need to go too much into this. My norms, punctuality, preparedness, respect, proper uniform, that's all school stuff. That's not something really that I ever say over, but obviously I'm going to make sure that those are enforced. In 6th grade, we're going to be talking this year about a lot of mental health type things. So That's a big part of the curriculum that we have this year. So I'm excited to get into that with the kids. We've already started a little bit. My class participation is always the biggest thing. I love to hear what the kids have to say. I love talking to them, having conversations about this stuff, because as we all know, it is very important. It tests, formative, summative, the end all through the beginning, just to obviously make sure that they're grasping what I'm trying to get across to them. And then homework, I'm not the biggest homework guy. Anything that we have homework related is just going to be stuff that we don't get done in class. So, that's pretty much all we need to know about health. When we get into PE, the kids are going to get more about that, and I'll make sure to stay in touch with you as well. But again, I'm looking forward to a great year with everybody, and that's the end of my slide.
Okay. Okay, up next is Mr. A.
Hello, everybody. My name is Mr. Ihazape, and I'm the 6th grade math teacher. This is my 3rd year teaching at CCSP, and it's my joy and a privilege to teach your scholars. Just to give you an overview of my philosophy of teaching, I believe that every child has the ability to achieve great goals. Every child is capable of excelling in math, and that is the message that I usually pass across from day one. So my expectation is high for every child, and in my classroom, I encourage every child to do their best. And to be able to do this is I'm going to need your collaboration. As parents, I'll need you to be able to support your child. And, I'll be communicating with you on Dojo regularly for you to know what is going on in the classroom. In my class, another thing that I'm big on is team building. Developing a community where the kids feel safe, they feel loved, and also a place where they are able to express themselves and, willing to take chances. So the other thing too is promoting a growth mindset in my classroom where, last year was not a regular school year, and there was a lot of challenges being that it was a remote type of environment. So this year, one of my goals is to help every student to be able to come up no matter where they are. That's one of my goals. And another thing is motivation. In my classroom, one of the things I plan to work on is motivating my students. And one of the things that helps to do that is Dojo. And I'm sure most of you are on Class Dojo, but if you're not, I'll be sending out the invitation to you. And once you're on there, you can see how well your scholar is doing. And this way you can keep, you have an idea of how your child is doing. Next slide, please. All right, so for this school year, there are a couple of basic supplies that I will like your scholar to bring to school. One of them is the surgical mask. Kindly give them some extras, and also pencils, erasers, pens, dry and erase markers. Being a pandemic, we don't want the students sharing supplies. So kindly provide them with these supplies. The dry and erase marker is one thing that I love to see your child have. This way they can come to the whiteboard and they can explain their reasoning on the whiteboard. Another thing is that disinfectant wipes. Now we do provide some in school, but it will be helpful. It's optional, but if you can't get them the disinfectant wipes, it'll be great. Another thing is the headphones. It comes in handy sometimes in class. They'll need to listen to an assignment, may have an audio component, and they'll need to use the headphones. In terms of grading, test is 35%, quizzes is 25%, homework is 5%, classwork is 25%, and projects is 10%. So I'm easily reachable. If you need to contact me, you can contact me through Class Dojo, and you can also contact me directly by telephone. Right. This is Zodi. Can you go back to the first slide, please? Yes. All right. So that's my contact information right there. That is my email. I do have a website for our class, which you can access through the CCSP main website. And that is my contact number. You can write it down. If you need to text me, or if you need to call me, you can reach me.
Awesome. Thank you, Mr. A. I'm going to go back to Ms. Matias because we skipped her before. There we go.
Hello, everyone. Nice to see you all again. As you all know, if you do not have a new student in 6th grade, I am Ms. Matias, and I am your Spanish teacher for 6th grade. This is a little overview of what my classroom is going through right now. We are in the first quarter. We are teaching with a new curriculum this year. That is, it has a unit, but every unit has different topics. Right now, we are in a process of the review, all about me review, greetings, and all of the other things that we did in 5th grade. And we are going to be moving on soon for the 2nd unit, which includes other things that are going to be more fun for our students, since there are new things for them. Like I always say, I have very high expectations of my students because I know that they can do a lot more than what they show me sometimes. This year, I do want them to take notes in the classroom. They are in a 6th grade level, and it's Spanish too. So there are going to be things that they need to write down just because it's a different language, so they can go back and study them. I have my norms and expectations in the classroom as well. You can contact me by my email or Class Dojo. Can you go to the next one, Miss Kelly, please? And I'm sorry I was late. I was in my other grade level meeting. This is a breakdown of my assignments for Spanish. Every subject has a different breakdown for homework and projects and all that. So for homework, it's at 5%, classwork is 20%, tests are 25%, and projects are 30%. If you had me before in 5th grade, you know that I am a big fan of projects. I have to assign a project in every unit. And sometimes when they don't get done or they're incomplete, their grade level goes like 2 letters down. It's not me, it's the way our grading system works. So please, please, please make sure that your child is doing those projects, because even when they do all their work and they're like all 100, if they don't do or complete one project, there's nothing I can do about it. The projects are super important in Spanish. I am a big fan of updating Power School all the time, so you can check your student success and the grades. I haven't done that yet this year. I'm getting to it, but it will be done shortly, I promise. If you have a computer at home, please make sure that they are going to your Google Classroom, their Google Classroom, because everything in my class is run there. All the assignments are posted there the night before. They know not to do it until their class period unless they're absent. And I am aware that a lot of the students do not have a computer at home, and therefore I allow them to have a makeup day during the week, which is Wednesday. They are allowed to go back for the same grade and complete those missing assignments or assignments that they haven't complete at all, or they're incomplete. I think that will be it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ms. Matias. Okay, now we have Mr. Levy, who I think actually just jumped onto the meeting. Let me see.
I let him in, so maybe did you see that he came in?
Yeah,
He's there.
I thought I saw it.
He is here.
Oh,
Hello.
hi,
Okay.
Mr. Levy.
Hello. Okay, that was good timing.
That's perfect
Um,
timing.
Hello, everyone. I am Mr. Levy. I have the honor of working with Mr. Ahiazape this year, helping him with his math class, specifically with cohorts 6A and 6C. Couple things about me. I've been here for 8 years now, so I may know some of your older children. And I have the same philosophy. I talked to Mr. Ahiazape about this, and I have the same philosophy he does. We believe that all the students can achieve, and if they have the right attitude and they have tenacity and work hard, they can do whatever they want. And they've been doing very well in math this year so far. Everybody has a very good attitude. They're asking a lot of questions and they're working hard. So if anyone ever needs help, I sent everyone a Dojo message introducing myself. You can contact me on Dojo. I do specifically work with children who are struggling. And so, anyone that's struggling, you can send me a message, or my cell phone number actually I put here. Feel free, you can call me and I will help them. With remote learning the last couple of years, I spent a lot of time on the phone because Zoom sometimes wasn't good enough to get it all done. So I am available for your assist, or to assist you. My grading policy is going to be Mr. Ahiazape's. We work together. We believe in teamwork, and that's what we do. The Google Classroom will be his. He will post the assignments. Any changes or any extra assignments I'll give directly to the students. I will let you know on Dojo. And I've done that already with a few students. It's great to meet everybody, and I look forward to talking to all of you. And thank you for your time.
Thank you, Mr. Levy. Up next is Mr. Zach here. I think I saw him, right? He might be in the other grade. Okay, we'll go back to Mr. Zach. Mr. Nazor, you're up next.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. This is Mr. Nazor. So the thing I want to say first is that social studies, it will be only the first 2 quarters of the year for 6th grade, and then I will be seeing 5th graders the last 2 quarters of the year. So in other words, social studies will be only marking period 1 and marking period 2 for 6th graders. So I will be seeing them every day. Usually the way the course is set up is that I will see them normally every other day during the week. I will be seeing them every day. So the course is a little more, I would say, accelerated. And I already hear like some of the students complaining about they see quizzes every week, or there's a test every week. And that's the reason why the course is accelerated. As you guys can see, the classwork is 30% of the grade. And this is good news because we do classwork every day and it's done in class. So I don't assign students any any work to do at home unless there is specific homework that I send students sometimes. But they do see on Google Classrooms assignments posted every day. Even though we do them in class, they still see those assignments. And the reason why I do that is because there are students that cannot make it to school for some reason, they miss classes. And I do want them to have the opportunity to work on those assignments at home. If the student is in class, we do the assignment in class. They don't have to worry about the assignment posted on Google Classroom. They already know this. We went over this in class. So if you see Google Classroom and you see many assignments missing, don't worry if your student is not missing any class. They're doing their work in class. Tests are very high also in percentage. When it comes to grading, tests are 25%. So I do encourage students to study from those assignments before when I tell them there will be a test. Usually towards the end of the week, it could be like a Thursday or Friday. We normally have a quiz or a test in one of those days. And projects are 20%. There is already one project that was assigned about the Hispanic Heritage Month. The project is already posted on Google Classroom. They have 2 weeks. It will be due on October 4th. And this is my information here. The best way to contact me would be Dojo. As you probably already know, you guys know me from the previous year. So Dojo is the best way to contact me, but here's my email. So you guys can also send me emails, and my website, which is the easiest way to reach the website is probably through the CCSP website. They have an option for all the teachers' websites. So that's the best way to contact me. That's it for me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Nazor. Ms. Leasa.
Hello, everyone. I'm Mrs. Leasa. Just giving you a quick background. I'm new to CCSB this year. I've been teaching for 15 years, mostly middle school science, a few years in high school. This is my background. I went to Villanova. I majored in biology, which is what the students are studying in 6th grade. We're starting off with microbiology, and we'll get into the human body and metabolism in our 2nd unit. I try to speak a little Spanish in class. Some of the kids help me out with that, and I enjoy it. If you have any questions, try to talk to me in Spanish, and it helps me to learn, and vice versa. I studied in Madrid, and so that was back in college. So it's been a very long time since then. My graduate studies was in biology, and I taught as a teacher in chemistry. And so that's how I found out that I enjoy teaching. And it's a picture of my family. All right, next slide, Mrs. Foldy. And so for 6th grade, again, our topics are mostly about life science. In the beginning of the semester, we're currently learning about the microbiome and microorganisms. Our 6th graders have already just completed their first project, interpreting the cell as an analogy of something that they can relate to, whether it's a dance studio or a store that they like, or an app on their phone or a video game. They've done a great job with it. And we'll be jumping into the human body and metabolism, genetics, energy, and some environmental science topics. Most of our work is going to be off of our platform on Amplify Science. And in order for you to reach that and see what your student is doing, you can log in with their username and their user ID information, just their Google email, and log in. So you are more than welcome to look and see how they're doing and their progress through that platform. The grading policy for science shows that 35% are these projects, lab reports, and presentations. That's the PPLR. So they're heavily weighted. So I bring that up first, and then our tests and quizzes, and then their classwork at 15%, and then homework at 5%. So homework is really given rarely. Just if the student is behind, I'll send it home with you, usually a paper packet for them to complete and turn in by a certain due date. In the lab, we use a 1-subject notebook that helps for them to keep it in the classroom. That way that they don't forget it or lose it, and then they're not organized. We also do a lot of labeling and coloring and drawing diagrams and modeling. So they would need colored pencils. And then always it's helpful for them to have their own set of pens and pencils. We have them in the classroom, but we don't like to share these resources with other students. So if you have their own that's specifically theirs, then they don't contaminate and cross-contaminate with other students. But they should definitely bring a one subject notebook to school. I think about half of our scholars have them. And if you can please just drop by the store, it's 50 cents. I saw at ShopRite over the weekend, and grab that one subject notebook and bring that just for science class. Next slide. Oh, okay, and then we're at Mr. Rovelli. All right, thank you. And it was nice meeting you. I'm going to jump into 6th grade.
Okay. I'll continue since we're on my slide. My name is Mr. Ravelli. I'm the ESL teacher here for CCSP. I help students whose first language is in English. I am responsible for students from kindergarten to 8th grade. So I work with a lot of different levels. This is my 7th year at CCSP. And I enjoy every year because every year it's I have different students. It's a different set of experiences and challenges at the same time. Y también hablo español. Si usted tiene alguna pregunta sobre su estudiante o de la escuela. All right, so the best way to reach me would be at my email, fravelli@ccsp.org, or you could contact me at my Google number, 201-448-7440. Thank you, and we can go to the next slide.
Did you have anything else to add, Mr. Ravelli? Because for some reason there's only the one slide.
Oh,
sorry,
no,
it's gone.
yeah.
That's it? You're good?
That's it, yeah.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Yep.
Miss Davis, I don't think she's in here, but she is our instructional tech coordinator this year. So she specifically works with the students and the teachers, and I'm sure the parents, to kind of make sure everything is running smooth with Google Classroom and Dojo, the Power School, anything that has to do with the Chromebooks, any issues with any form of technology. Miss Davis is your go-to this year. And the best way to reach her is through her email, which is meldavis@ccsp.org. And then she also has her Google website. Okay, next is the Child Study Team. Is anyone here from Child Study Team?
Hi, Mrs. Soldi. I am.
Oh, yay.
Hi, everyone. I'm Mrs. Weinstein. I'm the speech therapist for grades kindergarten to 8th grade. So I see a little bit of everybody in each grade. I'm just going to really quickly go through who's on the child study team and kind of go from there. We have our supervisor, which is Mrs. Volpe. We have our social worker, Mrs. Sanchez, myself, the speech therapist, Miss Virgo, who is our school psychologist, and then finally Miss Morocco, who is our LDTC, and we are a team. We're the child study team. We're also known as kind of student support services. So we work with children who have IEPs and are classified under things like special education, or even in my case, eligible for speech services only. We work on testing, so we test children for special education, and then we provide different types of services. In my case, I'm providing the speech language therapy for the students. I see them in small groups. I don't really have a grading policy because that's not really how we do it in speech. It's very goal oriented. Every child has a set of goals, and we work towards them. I'm not sure if there's any parents on here who have any children with me, but usually those parents know who I am because I reach out and I talk to them. But yes, we're the child study team. We're kind of here to support, test children, find out if they need services or anything in that sense. And we work along with the teachers and the parents to kind of facilitate that. Thank you, Mrs. Saldi.
Thank you. Let me see, that might be it. I'll go back to, let's see. So just in case Mr. Zach doesn't get to pop on here, he is teaching music this year, same as the previous years, and he's also, I think, going to have chorus as well this year. So that's a nice addition to those electives. I think that might have been everybody. Yeah, okay. So, okay, so that was everybody. If anybody else comes on, they'll be able to introduce themselves. So right now we just wanted to open it up. If you have any questions for any of the teachers or questions in general, you can either type them in the chat, or if you want to unmute and ask your question, and we'll try our best to answer them. Okay. So this presentation was recorded, so it should be uploaded to either the CCSP YouTube channel, and if it's not uploaded there, then it should be made available somewhere on Dojo or the actual CCSP website, but it should definitely be available to you, so you'll be able to see everything that you missed. Okay, so if no one else has any questions, that's all we have for you tonight. Again, if you're not connected to Dojo or Power School, please just put your name in the chat so I can try and reach out to you and get that fixed. If you're not on Power School, you should receive something by Friday with all of that information. But just in case, just put your name in the chat just so I can make sure to follow up. And if not, then have a great night, and thanks everybody for coming.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.